Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to start by thanking the Chairman White House, Ranking Member Johnson, and committee members for inviting me to speak today. It is a privilege and an honor. My name is Dr. Rashid Sumaila, and I'm a University Killam professor and Canada researcher in interdisciplinary ocean and fisheries economics at the University of British Columbia. I have just a few points that I would like to share with the committee. The first one is from our research. I think all Americans should care about the ocean and the life it holds. Even people who don't live by the coast, even the 60% of Americans who don't live by the coast. Why do I say that? Because our lives are intertwined, connected to the ocean, as it provides us with valuable resources, and I don't have the time to tell you all here. Just on the fish alone, the ocean contributes significantly to our global food supply. Through international trade, all Americans get to eat nutritious, healthy seafood, which is good for our health, right? And globally, commercial ocean fisheries catch about 120 million tons of fish a year. And these fisheries generate about $240 billion in worldwide revenue for fishers each year, which translates into economy-wide impacts of roughly $600 billion annually. The ocean provides job security, generating income for an estimated 260 million people worldwide. I keep saying worldwide because we're all connected, right? America to the world. And note that these numbers don't even include recreational fisheries and shark watching and whale watching. Now, in the U.S., and the chair has given out some numbers, I have numbers that are quite similar. In 2020, commercial and recreational saltwater fishing alone generated over $250 billion in sales impact, which describes the total economic sales of fish as it passes through the food value chain into our plates, for example. So lots of dollars, and the contribution to America's GDP is estimated to be over $110 billion a year, right? Which supports 1.7 million Americans, the jobs in the marine sector. Huge benefits to everybody. This is just the fish. So not addressing climate change will lead to losses in this. Remember, no fish, all of these are gone. So we need to protect the fish, and climate change is a big threat to that, as we heard from my colleague. In a recent paper, we explored the effect of climate change on Atlantic cod, yellowtail flounder, and Pacific halibut, 3 important species. And they are shared between Canada and the US, so they are jointly managed. What we found is that the fish available as climate change escalates will be shrinking. There will be less fish to catch. But even more importantly for the U.S., the proportion of the profit to Canada and the U.S. changes because the fish move up, right? So Canada's profitability will increase from the current 39% for Atlantic cod to 65%. So a big disadvantage for the U.S. And in the case of yellowtail flounder, we see something similar. Canadians will get more profit. 76% of the profits will turn to Canada rather than the current 68%. In the case of Pacific halibut, we see relatively stable profitability, mainly because of the nature of halibut and its distribution. So, and this is we see this rarely in the analysis we do. There is another study which I will put in the written statement that you can see lots of losses for North America and the U.S. I want to conclude by restating that the U.S. has a lot to lose as climate change continues to grow. Consumers, businesses will face financial losses if they want to continue to consume and provide the same quality and quantity of fish as climate change escalates. By reducing the effects of climate change, the U.S. will achieve what I have come to call infinity fish, the idea that Americans will have the possibility to continue to eat nutritious, healthy protein forever, and therefore achieving infinity benefits. So I thank you again for the opportunity to testify and look forward to your questions.